Welcome back to Dr. Liu's VCE Biology. Today's topic is changes in species over time, as presented in the 2024 NHT Biology exam. Let's learn together. If teachers, parents, or students notice mistakes in my explanations, please provide me with your feedback. In Australia, the spread of cane toads, Rhinella marina, has brought about a rapid decline in the number of northern quolls, Dasyurus hallucitus, a native ground-dwelling marsupial predator. Northern quolls die when they prey on the cane toads. Northern quolls are themselves preyed on by feral cats and dingoes. As a result of the cane toad introduction, many northern quoll populations have become smaller and more isolated. This fragmentation may hinder the exchange of alleles among them. Between 2003 and 2017, populations of northern quolls were established on 2 predator-free islands, which also have no cane toads off the coast of the Northern Territory. In the years that followed, northern quoll populations increased on the islands from a total of 64 to 5,600 individuals. In 2016, a reintroduction of northern quolls from one of the islands to the mainland was trialed. The quolls did not survive long-term. Scientists investigated reasons for the failure of the quolls to survive. Each quoll was independently offered mealworms in 3 separate boxes. The first box contained no scent, the second box contained dingo scent, and the final box contained cat scent. The proportion of mealworms eaten in all boxes by each quoll in a 2-hour period was calculated. The results are shown in the graph below. The dark line within each box is the middle score. The spread of the middle half of the results is shown as a box. To test for predator recognition, individual quolls from both the mainland and a predator-free island were offered mealworms in 3 separate boxes, one with no scent, one with dingo scent, and one with cat scent. The proportion of food eaten by each quoll over a 2-hour period was then calculated. The mainland quolls significantly reduced their food intake in the presence of predator scents, a response not observed in the island population. This difference highlights that mainland quolls can identify the scent of cats and dingoes, which are natural predators in their environment. In contrast, the predator-free island quolls lack this crucial survival skill. This finding suggests that reintroducing the island population to the mainland may fail, as these quolls are unprepared to deal with local predators. Controlling for the normal behavior of the quolls was a key part of this experiment. Therefore, scientists took steps to ensure the quolls were not subjected to distress or harm while being placed near the boxes. The medium ground finch, Geospiza fortis, can be found on the Galapagos island of Daphne Major. The medium ground finch has a small beak and eats mostly seeds. There are very few predators or competitors to medium ground finches on Daphne Major. In 1977, the island experienced a severe drought, which finished in 1978. Small, soft seeds that were eaten by medium ground finches became very scarce. Numerous larger, harder seeds could still be found. The graphs below show the beak depths of medium ground finches on Daphne Major, before, left, and after, right, the drought. The mean beak depth of the population was observed to increase from 9.5 mm to 10.2 mm in the aftermath of the 1997 drought. When a drought made the usual small, soft seeds scarce, the medium ground finches faced a food crisis. However, finches born with slightly larger beaks were able to crack open the remaining, harder seeds and survive. As a result, the average beak depth of the population grew larger in the next generation. This section is worth 5 marks, making up 4.2% of the total marks. It consists of 5 multiple-choice questions and no short answer questions. Question 29. Geographical isolation focuses on how physical barriers stop gene exchange between species. Question 30. Quoll Behavioral Differences examines how mainland quolls' ability to recognize predator scents, and thus survive, contrasts with predator-free island quolls. Question 31. Ethical considerations relates to the ethical treatment and welfare of quolls in experiments. Question 35. Data interpretation requires you to extract and interpret information from raw data. Question 36. Natural selection in finches explores how the finch's beak size increased due to drought-induced food scarcity, a classic example of natural selection. If you need my help, please add me on WeChat or WhatsApp and send me an email. Thanks for your attention. Please note Dr. Liu's VCE Physics channel, Dr. Liu's VCE Chemistry channel, and Dr. Liu's VCE Biology channel.